Yo, you're watching Shurkou, and we are back with some more Wild Rift Esports. And today, finally, we are back on the newest patch. Because for the past couple of days, I have been reviewing kind of old matches, like 2 to 3 week old matches, because across the world, all the Icon series have been taking a break. And now, finally, the Filipino Icon series started up again with this game UCE going up against VV Esports. This is not the first match, actually, because of course, on the new patch, the new champions are enabled, Kha'Zix and Rengar. And in the first two games on this very first day of the Icon series starting up again, Rengar was banned in both. So I skipped those. I might check out a previous one again because it has a crazy Fiora player. But I digress. In this one, it's going to be about the Rengar. And quick little spoiler, he's not banned. VV Esports will pick him up right away. And let me tell you, why is he banned? Why is he picked so early? Because he's a broken piece of garbage, guys. Yes, Rengar is completely broken. Kha'Zix, not so much. Kha'Zix is a little bit of a clown. So I don't think we will see him in a lot of games. We might not see him at all because Kha'Zix, not only is he a little bit on the weaker side, but also in competitive, he is much weaker than in a solo queue environment where someone is bound to make a mistake and overextend and let you hit them with the isolation. Rengar works a similar way. He's definitely much weaker in competitive than he is in solo queue. In solo queue, he's an absolute monster. In competitive, as you can see here, the Camille has a higher priority than the Rengar still for UCE here. And I agree. Rengar, not easy to work with in competitive. I really want to see how VVV will play around him. It's going to be a lot of fun to check it out. But yeah, let's get back to the draft here. We have a Garen and a Gragas ban. Now, Gragas, pretty standard at this point. For the past couple months, he has been dominating the meta. But Garen, not only has he been picked a lot lately, but now even started drawing some bans. And let me tell you, man, I hate Garen, man. He's just so easy to play and yet so effective. He needs a fat nerf. I hope we will see one coming soon. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have a Galio and an Akali ban. Akali makes a lot of sense. We've seen her banned for the past couple months. Galio is kind of a new one again because he received all of those nerfs, but people are back to the full AP mid lane build and it still does incredible amounts of damage. It is still absolutely broken. And the rest of the draft unfolded as well. We have a Kai'Sa, Diana, Jarvan, and Lulu on the side of UCE. Now, why am I so happy about the Lulu pick? Because that's going to be a sick counter to the Rengar. She's just gonna, as soon as he jumps on the Kai'Sa or on the Diana maybe, she will just ult them, he will get knocked up, and he's donezo pretty much. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have a very interesting comp on VVE because we have that Rengar who wants to really go deep. If he decides to join a team fight, of course, usually he wants to split push and catch somebody out in the jungle by themselves and isolate the target once again, a squishy target. However, they paired it up with a Ziggs and an Ezreal to poke the enemies. So maybe they're trying to go for a poking playstyle where as soon as someone drops to half HP, the Rengar then decides to jump in. Then they also have the Darius and a Janna for the protection of the two carries. This should be a very interesting game. Let's get right into it. I really hope this Rengar will perform. Oh man, listen, I hope he's not gonna int, okay? I hope. Let's this is a long skip, bro. What is going on? Is it paused? Bro! Okay. We're getting there. We're getting a little bit too far. A little bit too far. Let me move my camera to the top right. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we have the mid lane Diana, of course. Let me just check. Ooh, the Janna actually going a level 1 mid lane. I'm seeing that a lot lately, not only in esports, but also in solo queue. Really annoying for the mid laner if the enemy support just comes in and pokes you down. But it is what it is. UCE, Tactical, is his name. Now, Tactical, if you guys are League of Legends PC fans, he is, of course, a pretty prominent rookie marksman from North America on, as I said, PC League of Legends. Very promising young talent, but I digress. We have Ezreal going super aggressive there with the Arcane Shift already. Pokes the Lulu to around less than half HP actually. Very well done. Top lane, we have both junglers starting on the top side of the jungle, but also we have the Darius going up against that Camille. And the Camille brought the Grasp of the Undying and an Ignite. Meanwhile, the Darius actually has a barrier, so he's going super defensive. And he also has a fleet footwork for the sustain in lane. Ooh, the Rengar is going in, gets the jump out of the bush. However, the Jarvan sniffs it, is there for the counter gank, gets the counter gank, and does end up dying to the last minion auto attack along with the red buff. Now, is the Camille gonna die? I don't think so. She can just jump away. The Diana tries to return some damage onto the Janna, but she might die here. No, she does not. She gets away with her life, gets the exhaust out of the Ziggs actually, right? The Ziggs actually going for the exhaust, which is very interesting. They are playing against Diana and Camille, so it can make sense. Also, the Kai'Sa likes to dive deep into the backline, so it can make sense. So yeah, you can see that Ezreal has an exhaust as well, so they really want their carries to be protected. So honestly, I would be down for that. I think an exhaust meta would be super fun. Way better than the barrier meta. So I hope this is actually better and it trickles down to solo queue. I feel like barrier is just incredibly strong on everything still, even after the nerf. But oh, while I'm saying that, the Darius, of course, having no flash, having no barrier, the Jarvan knows that, instantly ganks again with that ultimate. Very simple kill there. Very well done. Very funny fact here is that Jarvan and Camille have a very similar ult, you know? They jump on you, they lock you up in prison, and yeah, not gonna be fun for whoever is laning against them. Even if it is Darius, who I believe should be winning the matchup against the Camille if he plays well, at least starting from level 5, you know? Starting from level 5, level 6, when he has a couple of points in that first ability, when he actually can threaten a solo kill with that ultimate, where she really can't fight him anymore. She has to really try to do that hit and run playstyle. Honestly, against Darius, if I were to play Camille against him, while I'm saying that though, the Rengar is completely getting caught. He was way too deep in the enemy jungle. This Ezreal gets followed up by the Diana, but she gets exhausted in the end and does not end up dropping though. But the Kai'Sa is, I was gonna say she's possessed by the demon, but never mind, Kai'Sa is just broken, so she just goes deep, gets a double kill. Whoo! Lots of aggression coming in. That is absolutely insane. And what do you say? Of course, the team with Rengar is getting stomped. Hey, yes sir. Exactly what we wanted to see. Yay. I'm just kidding. I checked a little bit further. It is pretty even, okay? Don't worry. I know, it looks like a stomp. I know, 3,000 gold? Shurkou, what kind of hot garbage are you serving to us today again? Well, Timmy, don't you worry, okay? Timmy and worry rhymes, so I'm the rep god, Excuse me. Yeah. Ooh, is the Rengar going Trinity Force first item? I think he is. Now I want to see what his build is going to be. I always told you guys, whenever someone asks me, do you think Rengar is going to be played in esports? I think he's going to go full tank. Trinity Force, and then maybe a Sunfire Aegis, lots of tank items. Tanky Rengar is completely busted. Especially in a team environment. Ooh, the Jarvan secures the Infernal Dragon. Instantly a teamfight breaks out, but it is not looking good for blue team here. Triple kill instantly for the Ezreal, and does he get the Quadra? No, of course the Ziggs yoinks it away. But there we go, there's your even game, okay Timmy? I hope you had some patience at least. And yeah, in fact, the Rengar is going for a Trinity Force first item, and the Darius didn't. He went for a Black Cleaver first item. That is very interesting. That is going to give him lots of ability haste for a cheaper price than a Trinity Force, and it's going to give him a lot of armor penetration. Now, I'm not sure about that though, because Darius really likes attack speed, and this Janna doesn't like face checking like that. She is able to flash away and get to safety, but that was very, very close. That was a good trap by UCE. Very simple force of that summoner on the Janna. and the Camille is rotating bottom to defend that tower. Meanwhile, the Darius is gonna rotate to the Rift Herald. No, he rethinks his decision and goes back top, and now back bottom. Now we have the Rengar with the Trinity Force completed for this Rift Herald fight. Now let's see what happens. Rengar didn't do anything so far. Let's be real, guys. He did not do anything. The only thing he did was feeding. But keep in mind, Rengar late game is incredible. I really want to see if he's going to go for a double crit, double Infinity Edge build, or if he's just going to go... ooh, nice little smite there. That was a 50-50. Jarvan was in range, but wasn't able to steal away the Rift Herald. Huge engagement again, but that is a sick Janna ult. Completely resets the team fight, and the Darius flashes in, apprehends the Jarvan, but the Jarvan, no, he does not get away. Beautiful Rengar gameplay. Oh, he goes even deeper, but that's too deep, man. Come on. That is too deep. That's a big mistake. Rengar ends up dropping for his sins, but 1-for-1 trade in the end. Not too bad. Wow. Sterox Gauge. First item on Jarvan. That is something, man. I guess they stopped going for Guardian Angel first on these junglers. And now they might go for Sterox first. Is it bad? No, of course not. It leaves your jungler super tanky while still dealing a seizable amount of damage. By the way, Diana has exhaust as well. So exhaust seems to be the new barrier. Because the Kai'Sa has it as well. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to try some exhaust today in my ranked games. Meanwhile, that is a nice little 1v1 trade though for getting ganked. Well done by the Darius. The Ziggs is not able to finish the Lulu. Very close though. Are they going to be able to push the tower a little bit? Not really. They have to back out. The Janna is going super deep there, trying to disrupt the enemy back parts. Is she going to try? She tries a little bit, but the Kai'Sa cancelled it herself. Now we have the Rift Herald use bot. I don't think they had to use this Rift Herald. I think this was a little bit wasted. They could have just pushed the tower by just the minions and their auto attacks. They didn't need to use the Rift Herald yet because it has a very long duration where you can actually wait and use it later on. So they could have definitely pushed down maybe a top lane tower with it. The charge was pretty much wasted, so that's very unfortunate. And the dragon is spawning very soon. They really would have liked to keep that maybe in the mid lane, plop it down in the mid lane, and then the enemies have to defend it instead of going for the dragon fight. It is a Cloud Drake, which is very, very nice for Darius, very nice for Rengar. Yeah, just an amazing dragon. VV definitely wants to pick it up. And UCE wants to stop them, of course. The Jarvan is going to try to go for a steal. Oh, he gets it. The jungle diff hits once again. Oh, that's going to be a nasty Diana ult. It is, but she gets exhausted and gets popped instantly. Now the Rengar was able to get a kill. There's a bunch of bushes. That's going to be, yeah, see how he moves into the bush. Boom, jumps on the Lulu, forces the flash away. He's still chasing her a little bit though. That's a little bit brain dead, but we have his whole team just completely finishing the team fight. And we actually have VVV in a winning position now. 2,000 gold ahead, but they are behind two dragons. Now these two dragons are nerfed, but they're still incredibly powerful. I still think they are probably the two best dragons. Yeah. Like if you would ask me, do you want a mountain drake or do you want a nerfed infernal? I would say a nerfed infernal. I feel like maybe even Cloud is the best drake right now, but I'm not sure. But these drakes are incredibly strong. So UCE not out of the picture here. They're pretty even, 3,000 gold behind, but the dragons make up for it for the most part, I would say, or even more than so. But they lost the two last team fights, so they have a little bit of a mental disadvantage because you are sweating, man. You're sweating. You lost the two last team fights, man. Not looking good. If you lose two team fights in a row, quick maths, the enemies get even more gold. And you will probably lose the next team fight as well, right? That is in UCE's mind here. Now, let's see how this unfolds. I want to see some items, guys. I want to see what this Rengar is building. He has Conqueror, no Electrocute. He has the Conqueror, which I really think shows that he is going to go for a little bit of a tanky route, especially because it's competitive. You always want to go tanky on your champions in competitive, but while I'm saying that, the Darius gets completely caught out, but he keeps getting healed. What a save by Jenna. What a nice little Q by himself there as well to heal him even more. The Rengar pops the Zhonya's, doesn't end up dying, pokes the enemies low. He overextended a little bit again, but it's okay, because this time he didn't end up dying. And this is a serious Baron threat now. They can clear out all the wards. UCE is gonna sit in the dark, and they will have to move up into these bushes, into this VV territory, and they might get caught out. But their Diana just respawned already. Respawn timer, it's only 11 minutes in, so it's still quite low. So nothing really too noteworthy happening after that. Let me check something. Yep, there we go. Okay. Oof, I want to see those builds, guys. Come on. We might have to only check them out at the end, because they really don't want to show the scoreboard this time around for some reason. The Ezreal shoots an ult top and doesn't hit anybody. But I think he was trying to clear out vision or something. But we have a huge engagement there. The Rengar ended up jumping in. Ooh, beautiful re-engagement by the Darius. Ends up securing the first kill. The Rengar, ooh, he gets turned into a little piece of garbage squirrel, and he is not able to chase. That is, of course, also very good against the Rengar. That's why Lulu is also very good. I mean, the Darius is just 1v9. Oh, but he ends up dying. He bit off a little bit too much than he could chew, but it still seems like a pretty good fight here for VVV, because the Ezreal is alive and he does not end up dropping to the Jarvan. The Camille tries to kill the Ziggs, however, they are able to survive all of them, and we have pretty much an ace in the end. If you count that first Diana kill that happened at the very start of this engagement before Darius ended up going back in and inting a little bit. So very well done. Okay, items. We have a full tank, see? Very tanky build coming out. No, we don't. We have a full tank build by Darius. Let me just pause real quick on the items, guys. It is very important. Standard Ezreal, standard Ziggs, Rengar going for the Trinity into that Death Stance, into the BF Sword is either going to turn into a Sterox or a Guardian Angel. I would more like to see the Sterox. Everything else is very standard on those builds, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so Darius is actually the exotic build here with no Trinity Force, Black Cleaver into full tank. But let me tell you, he is doing extremely well with it. Now, I'm really confused to see that he went for a Force of Nature instead of a Spirit Visage. Now, imagine the healing he would have with Spirit Visage. I think he would have survived the last team fight. I know the Force of Nature is incredibly nice for the increased movement speed, but still, and now UCE wants to get their third dragon. It is an Ocean Drake. Getting 3 dragons is very dangerous for the enemies. But is the Jarvan gonna die? Is the Jarvan gonna get it? He gets it! 3 dragon to 0. I think they will get completely wiped here in that fight. They do. The Kai'Sa exhausts the Ezreal, but he has too much health, and she was at 200 health, so she just gets killed in the end. We have a 4-0 fight once again, and the Rengar is already playing the macro, just like you're supposed to play with Rengar. You don't really want a team fight too much. You want a split push, and he went back as soon as he blew his combo in that team fight. He dropped low, he ran away, went to the mid lane and started pushing, and this might just end the game because he thought instantly and went instantly. The enemies got 3 dragons, but the Lulu is not able to defend by herself. Beautiful gameplay there by VVV Esports. Whew. A little bit too much of a coin flip at the end by UCE. They were able to get the dragons. If they were able to live another day, if they didn't lose the game literally right now, they probably might have been able to maybe come back, because 3 dragons, guys, let me tell you, it is incredibly strong. It's a lot of stats. Now, this Rengar, I mean, oh, hold up. 19,000 damage, he out-damaged Ezreal. That's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy, and he didn't really do much. That honestly tells you how broken the champion is. Because, yeah, he didn't play bad. It's just, Rengar is incredibly broken. His numbers are very overtuned. He is completely overpowered. But in there have been so many metas on PC League of Legends where Rengar was so ridiculously broken. But in competitive, he wasn't picked. Okay, sometimes, or oftentimes. And when he was picked, he was just played full tank and like really weird, right? So, again, it's hard to make Rengar work in competitive. It didn't really seem like Renzi here made him work, right? During those fights, he didn't hard carry the fights. It was more the Ezreal shining, getting those triple kills every time. But he still outdamaged Ezreal, which just shows that the champion is a little bit overpowered, okay? Very nice. That was a good game. I'm gonna let you end off here with the item builds, so you can screenshot them if you want. There you go. And with that being said, that is pretty much gonna be it for this first new patch Wild Rift Esports video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the Rengar and what you guys think about the Garen. Because of course he was banned as a first ban as well, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave an algorithmic comment if you don't have anything to say about Rengar or Garen. And with that being said, I will see you guys the next time. Peace.